Welcome back. This is my second video now. I woke up this morning, sat in bed for about an hour, and I realized I'd probably have to get up, so I came outside to look at the Mustang and just kind of hope that maybe it was putting itself together, but that didn't happen. So, day's not starting off great. Anyway, I figured I'd actually show the Mustang since I didn't do that in my first video, just like a quick run through of it, just to take a look at it. I also don't really have any plans going forward, just kind of winging it, hoping it all works out in the end. But yeah, anyway, let me go ahead and turn this around and show you guys the car. So here she is, 1999 Cobra. It looks okay, you know. Obviously the paint's gonna be needing some work, but that's fine. I'm not worried about the looks, if I'm being honest with you. That's whatever. The top is actually doing pretty good. Apparently that was replaced at some point, so it's not as old as the rest of the car. There are some small things. I think it's just like weather stripping stuff. Like there's this hole here. You can see inside the car. I'm gonna be honest, I don't know where the water's going when it goes through that hole, because I kind of sprayed the car down. I avoided the top and I couldn't find that water. Maybe that's a bad thing, but I'm just gonna pretend like it didn't get into the car. So the interior, and all things considered, I would say looks pretty good. I got some stuff in the back seat there, just kind of been leaving the tools and whatnot in the car. Obviously the seats are pretty done. Trying to figure out what I want to do in that route. I don't know anything about these trims, so I'm not sure if these seats are like specific to the car or not. I don't know the price difference of like reupholstering them versus just going find some seats to put in. So still figuring that part out. But other than the seats, the rear seats aren't too bad. There's some cracking on them. They're a little dirty. Everything's a little dirty on this car, but that's what happens when it sits. But other than those, I mean, in all honesty, I'd say it looks pretty good. The hood, now that one's a little rough on top of the paint. There also seems to be some kind of like bend in it. It's gonna be hard to show with it up. That's kind of preventing it from closing properly, but it does close. I can get it to close, so not too worried about it. The worst part has to be the engine bay right now, and not worst as far as like needing repairs, but in this heat, when I come outside and open this hood, it's just, the smell is awesome. You know, I really enjoy the smell the most, obviously. But aside from the smell, I'm actually not too worried. I was told this car was running when it was parked, and if I'm being honest, I'm not too interested in tearing the whole thing down if I don't have to. I'm gonna do the valve covers, and I guess you know, whatever else I've come across, but I'm gonna take out as little as I have to. I'm more concerned about what I saw underneath the car and the suspension, because it looks like a lot of that is going to have to be redone. Probably not gonna be able to show it in the video. Not really sure why I'm trying, but I wouldn't say it's like a scary issue. It just seems like there's more to be done there. I know the rear brake lines, brakes all around, suspension parts. I think the rear diff looked like it may have been leaking, so maybe tackling that too. But try and get another wide shot here, while also trying to avoid stepping into dog poo. That's the workbench, by the way. Very, very professional. Overall, I don't think this is as bad as it seems. I think it's pretty manageable. Today we're gonna do some more disassembly, and like I said earlier, I don't really have a plan. I know I want to go ahead and finish just taking this whole intake out, as well as getting this belt off, and maybe taking some stuff off of this intake manifold here. So yeah, let's just go ahead and get into it. All right, so I'm still very new to making videos, so I kind of watched back the video I made for like an intro to this one, and I realized the camera angle is just kind of staring straight up my nose. So, you know, maybe that'll just be my style, I guess, just straight up the nostrils. But anyway, let me start getting into taking this car apart. So like I said earlier, I'm gonna finish taking this intake box out. That shouldn't be too hard. That's not a 10. A little rough coming out, but didn't break. Did not break, so I'll take it. Yeah. Very simple. Let's see. Guess I'll go ahead and look at this filter. What do y'all think? I think I can just throw it back in, right? Pretty sure it comes like this. Oh, now it's on the ground. All right, that's one thing done. Didn't take too long. But now, let's try and get this belt out. Looks like we got a little cover over our tensioner, so we get that off. Nope. So far I am 0 for 2 on guessing bolt sizes. Like that, 0 for 3. I need to get an auto ratchet next. That should be the next step. I realize I'm probably not talking as much this time around. I guess it's just because it's the, you know, it's the weekend. Taking it easy. Alright, got that cover off. Looks like 1/2 inch, which I will have to go and grab. Alright, got the 1/2 inch now. Let's get that in here. Maybe. Hopefully it fits. Not, it doesn't ratchet, so finding an angle. This is unfortunate. Got this coolant hose in my way here. Let's see. And a little adapter for my smaller ratchet. This might suck though, because I lost a lot of leverage. Just gotta get it loose. And our belt is free. I'm not gonna worry about pinning that tensioner because honestly, all of these pulleys are easy enough to access and they're probably relatively cheap. So that might just be something I go ahead and replace. Let's get this belt off. Okay, belt is free. I think it's still good, right? Those are like performance lines. Makes your car go faster whenever your belt has them. Just a secret I learned. So probably still use this belt. I guess I'll try and get the throttle body situation taken care of. Hopefully I don't mess something up there. Let's see. That feels loose. I guess it's fine. So I think I might just leave it all connected and just take this bracket off. Yeah. Let's get a little extension on here. All right, too much of an extension on there. Trying not to lose any bolts. Alright. No. Where did you go? Don't fall. Okay. It was recovered. That's off. Our gasket is not too happy about that. But that's fine. Honestly, oh, that just snapped. Okay. Well, that was gonna happen sooner or later. I'm sure it'll be fine. Let's see. The part that I'm most worried about is when I go to take apart everything. This engine's still very dirty, and I don't want all of that stuff falling inside as I'm disassembling. So I'm gonna have to figure out some way to clean it further, which might just mean a second round of spraying and vacuuming and drying. Trying to decide, I guess, hopefully this will be fine. Just sitting down there for now, out of the way. I'll probably get some throttle body cleaner and go through that. But I don't want to take off our covers or our intake yet, because I'm not ready to replace them. And I don't want to leave everything out here just sitting open like that, creating the possibility of stuff falling inside. I haven't drained any of the fluids yet, so that'll be soon, because I do need to see what all that looks like, and I need to get it out so I can do some more work here. But yeah, I guess we can go ahead and see what it takes to get this alternator out. So unfortunately, that doesn't give me anything. But maybe I can slide it out. If I take a couple more bolts off the bottom, maybe it'll come forward. Had to go grab one of my most used tools, the pocket screwdriver, to help me get this out. There we go. Boom. So I did take a picture of everything before I started touching it, so hopefully that will help when it comes to going back together. If I'm being honest, I can't really see how this whole piece here comes out due to all the clutter on it. So have to figure that out. Not too worried about if I can't take all of this out right now, because once I drain all the fluids, I'll just be taking these hoses off, getting everything out the way, and that'll make it a lot easier. So let's see if I can maybe get these bottom bolts out of the alternator and possibly just slide it out or pry it out. Oh, not quite. Maybe this will fit. It definitely won't fit there. Yeah, so it's looking like the easiest way to do this is going to be to finish draining the fluids. Instead of fighting everything, you have to move some stuff out of the way. I think that is all I'll do for now, because like I said, I don't really have a plan. I don't want to go too crazy taking stuff apart. I don't have any parts ordered yet. I'm trying to figure out how I want to go about doing all this. And then once I do have parts and I do have an idea going forward, it should be able to make a lot more progress with each video. Next time I might just go ahead and start looking at brakes and suspension, because that's a little bit less planning is needed there. Just kind of take it off and put new parts in, compared to the engine, where I kind of have to go step by step and look everything over, and you know, I don't want to leave everything open for extended periods of time. I can't remember if I said it earlier, but I do want to get these covers and all of this like refurbished or refinished. So I definitely want to figure that part out before I go forward taking them off. And if I can't figure that out, I'll probably just try and do it myself. And it might look like crap, but you know what? At least I can say I did it. Or maybe I can't, because it looks like crap. Realize I didn't do a whole bunch. Didn't talk a whole bunch either, so I'm gonna try and get better at that as I make more videos. That will probably be all for today. So hopefully, when it comes time for the next video, I'll have a better plan going forward. All right, see you next time.